Hello everyone. In Monday's staff meeting, we were discussing how we might be able to stay in contact with our Menti groups, and one of the ways that was shared was using our Gmail accounts, and so I wanted to show you how we could make this happen by doing so. So first thing you need to do is get into your district email account, and if you were at this screen, you would just go over to this Google Apps and click into your district email. Okay. Once in this, the first thing we want to do is we want to create our user groups, our user group for our mentees. So hit compose, and we need to search for our students. This is probably the most daunting task of this whole thing, if there were to be one, because you got to search for the students and be able to find them. So first thing, I'm going to give you some hints. First thing is the way that it is set up in our district. You hit 2 zeros, and once you have hit those 2 zeros, the other thing is turn on caps lock, which is on the left hand side of your laptop. It just says caps lock. Just hit that so the little light's on, because as you can see, all the students' email accounts are in capital letters. Okay, so that's how you search for them. So I'm just going to randomly take some students. I'm going to use Daniel Drennan as one of them. So I put the 2 zeros up, and then I have the cap locks off, and I'm going to try typing in his last name. And he populated, so I'm going to go ahead and put him in. Alright, so there's one of my mentees. Now I'm going to use Dakota Osborne. Alright, so I will put the 2 zeros so it knows that I'm looking for a student, and then I'm going to start typing in Osborne. There he is at the very bottom. Boom, I'll put him in. I'll type in a few more. I will use Dakota Simon. And I already know, I'm going to put my 2 zeros, I already know I can't search him by his last name because there's too many Simons. So I'm going to start with DAQ, and when I do that, I found him, I put him in, there he is, and then I use Cameron Wolf. So I'm going to put the 2 zeros, I'll search by starting his first name, C-A-M, and I see some Camerons coming in, but not Wolf. I'll put an R, and he populated now, number 3. I will put him in. Okay, so I have, let's say, all my mentees selected, right? And I got all their emails and names there. The next thing I want to do is, if you just hover over like the names, you will find that Google populates this little contact window saying, hey, you're going to send an email to him. Do you want to add him to your contacts? Okay. So when you hover over, I just want you to go down, and I want you to add him to your contacts. Once you add it, you're going to get a little window that says, hey, guess what? He was added to your contacts. Go to Dakota, your next student, go down, add to your contacts. Boom, you got another window added to your contacts. Go to your next student, get the prompt that says, hey, do you want to add him to your contacts? Go down, add him to your contacts. Go to your next student, hover over him, go down to add to your contacts. Boom, you get the little window, he was added to your contacts. So now you've added all those kids to your contacts, but they're not necessarily in a user group. So we need to do that. So the next thing I need you to do is go ahead and close this email, and it's going to automatically save to your draft, okay? So you got an email in there, already started. I need you to go to your 9 square Google Apps button, and I need you to go to Contacts. Once you have opened your contacts, I don't know, you may have more or less contacts, but I have a lot in here, so I'm going to, a couple of them I can see already came up the top, but then I'm going to probably have to search for a few of them. Here's Cameron, here's Daquan. So all I'm going to do at this point is just click, it highlights yellow and it puts a little check mark in front of those, all the students in my user group, right? Oops, let me go back, I apologize. Okay, once you have done that, do you see this little button that has 3 little heads and a down button, and it says groups? I need you to click that arrow down, and I have different groups all the way in, already in here. Matter of fact, darn it, I forgot to delete it. I have a mentees group, but what you guys will do is you guys will hit create new, and you're going to type in the word mentees, okay? Like I said, I already have one. Once you do, you're going to create it. And then for me, I already have it, so I'm just going to check it and hit apply. Now, as you see, all those 4 students that are highlighted now have a label of mentees behind them. Okay? So they all have a label of mentees. Alright? So now, let's go back to our email account. Okay? So we have the 9 Square Google Apps. Go back into Gmail. You now have your Mentee group created. Go back into your draft. Okay? And open your draft email up. Type in, excuse me, Monday check-in. Okay? And the next thing I need you to do is just type whatever we're going to type and say to our kids. I'm just going to say, hey kiddos, let's see, Dr. Jairus had spoken, I'm not a very good typer, to all of us about using district email to check in at least once a week regarding coursework. I need each of you to send me back an email letting me know how you are doing in each of your classes. Also, let me know what I can do to help you. Sincerely, oops, sincerely, Miss Lavaggio. Okay, before you send it, I need you to look at the bottom of your email, and there's a little down arrow, and it has more options. Go ahead and click that. Oops, go back. So we got this typed, and I gotta apologize a minute. We gotta do one other thing. Close this email. Again, it's gonna save to your draft, so you're not losing it. Go up to this, but stay in your email, and you're gonna see this little cog that says settings, and you have a down arrow. I need you to open that. I need you to go into settings, and when you're in settings, you're going to see a bunch of labels across the top that are in blue. I need you to click into the labs setting, L-A-B-S, and when you do, the first feature you're going to see is something called hold on. No, I'm sorry, it's not the first thing. It's the third thing you're going to see, or at least that's the third on mine. It might be different on yours. It's called Canned Responses. And I want you to hit Enable. Enable Canned Responses. And then scroll down, because if you don't save it, it won't save. So once you have enabled it, hit Save Changes. Okay, go back into your drafts email that we had hit for Monday check-in for the kids, okay? And I want you to go down to this little arrow again for more options. And let me move this. Now, one of your new one of your options, your new options is canned responses. I want you to hit new canned response. And up here you're going to get a prompt, and Google Mail is going to say, do you want it to be Monday check-in, which is right here in the subject. And I'm going to say, yeah, I want it to be Monday check-in. Okay, go ahead and send your email to your kids. Okay, this one, just go ahead and send it. But now you've got everything set up to make life easier. Okay, so I'm going to close this because I'm going to act like I sent it like all of you did. Then, just to show you how it works, the next week, you're going to open a new email. We don't have to go through all that work we did again. What was the name of our user group for our mentees? It's called Mentees, so I type in MEN. Guess what? There it is. It populates all the students. Then, what was the name of the email that we're going to send out weekly? It was called Monday Check-in, right? So then just click down in the body of it and go to your more options at the right, canned responses, hover over that, Monday check-in, boom, there it is, the one we typed the first week, hit send and you're done. So the second week you can literally do this in under 30 seconds. You can literally send an email to the kids to check in under 30 seconds. So, all right, I just want to thank everybody for being patient with me. And Judy signing off.